So tonight's review for the test tomorrow, look at the first question. I'm going to some of it will work it out. The other ones will set it up and then you'll need to work it out and I will give you the answer and see if you come up with that one so that you're understanding how to approach the problems. On most of the problems, I do want you to write down the author's purpose. So reading the first one, Holly wants to have a serving of berries each night for dessert. Okay, so some of you like to have fruit in the evening for dessert. So her favorite berry, strawberries, are sold in 4-cup containers. To make them last, she decides to eat half a cup at a time. So how many nights can she eat strawberries for dessert before she has to buy more? I have to write down my author's purpose because without it, I don't know what I'm looking for. So I need to find how many nights she can eat strawberries. What are my facts? Well, she has 4-cup containers. And the other fact is that she's going to eat 1/2 cup at a time. So I need to draw this out. So if I'm not sure of my equation, I'm going to draw it. Well, I have 1-cup container of strawberries, and I'm going to cut that in half. I have another cup of strawberries. She's cutting that in half. Another cup of strawberries. She's cutting that in half. And another cup. That's my 4th cup. So how many nights can she eat? Well, that'll be 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights, 5 nights, 6 nights, 7 nights, 8 nights. So she can eat for 8 nights. My equation then, if I had 4 wholes, I divided that by 1/2. This made it where I had 4 groups of 1/2 each, which turns it to a multiplication. So 4 times keep, change, flip, 2 in each group equals 8. So that's 1 night, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just kind of doing that so that you can see it. Keep, my dividend stays the same. So this is my keep. Change was my operation. Flip, I've already cut it in half. So now I have 2 that are in each group. That's when I changed the 1/2 because that's what I divided. And it gave me 2 parts. So now the 4 times 2 equals 8. 4 groups of 8. Or 4 groups of 2 in each group. Let me just put that. 2 groups of 2 in each group. I'll do it that way so it doesn't confuse you. All right, let's look at number 2. Remember to pause it for every time you need to. The Davis family went on a vacation to Hawaii. Oh, you lucky luckies. The price at the hotel changed depending on the day of the week. Okay, well, I'm kind of used to that. If we go to the coast, weekends are more pricier than the weekday. So on Saturday and Sunday nights, the hotel price is $483 per night. The weekdays are priced at $247 per night. That's weekdays. And the family won a $375 coupon playing bingo and used it to reduce their bill. So it means that it made it smaller. So it reduced. I'm going to take it away. How much was their hotel bill if they stayed on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday? My author's purpose: to find how much was their hotel bill for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I wrote those down so that I can make sure I write down my information. So what's my equation going to look like? All right, so I'm looking at Look, Saturday and Sunday price $483 per night. So I can have 483 plus 483. So this is Saturday. That's Sunday plus $247. That's Monday. I can add those together, and then I can subtract it by my coupon, which is $375. And see how I've labeled to make sure that I did not miss out any facts. So I want you to work out that problem and the total amount that they ended up saving. How did I get $838? So I'm going to have you solve that problem. Okay, I'm going to the next one. You got to solve it. You need to practice at subtracting, adding, and subtracting. Okay, this next one, Mrs. Rogers took a class survey about the favorite sport. The model is shaded to show their choices. So instead of writing the fractions, they just showed a picture. So the soccer had, what is the fraction piece? So I have one that's shaded out of 1, 2, 3 parts. Football, one is shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. And here, basketball is one shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need you to get used to counting. Okay. So some of you are just kind of skimming along and it's like, I think it's, and you wait for the answer. Get your finger and physically count so that you can get your brain programmed to that. What fraction of Mrs. Rogers' class chose soccer, football, and basketball? So I'm going to put my plus sign there. So I know I need to add them up. But before I add, I need a common denominator. So you can skip count it or use your picture. You see this is 12. Well, 6, I can take this one and I can split that one in half. That one's here. See, I can do it like this. Then I can split this one again and take this one up here. This one goes straight down. Remember how we did it with the fraction bars? There you go. Remember we found equivalent fractions? And that's what you're doing. What are the equivalent fractions? And we have this, you have this in your math journal with your fraction bars that you glued in there. Remember that? Okay, so now it changed to 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 12. Keep this in mind because you're going to need this for another problem that's coming up. Okay, because this is 12 and you can see that we broke it up into thirds and then how many in each, right? So here this is going to be 1, 2 out of 12, and this is going to equal 1 out of 12. So now when I add those up, I have 4 12s plus 2 12s plus 1 12th, which stayed the same, equals 4, 5, 6, 7 12s. And then it's going to be the last one, 7 12s. See how easy that was? You can also count them because you know that the denominator never changes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 12. They chose soccer, football, or basketball. So I know there's a total of 12 students, and 7 of the 12 students chose those 3 sports. Let's look here. Oh, Sarah. Sarah went to the supermarket with $20 in her pocket, and she bought a gallon of milk for $3.29, 2 loaves of bread for 99 cents each, and a large jar of peanut butter for $4.49. How much change does she have left after paying? My author's purpose, to find, I'm going to bracket this, how much change she, forgot the E, she had left. Or you can put she has left. That's up to you. All right, my facts. She has $20 bill. Milk was $3.29. Bread, 99 cents twice. And then PB for peanut butter, $4.49. Remember, you have to line up your decimals. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 nines. So that makes it 36. Regroup. That's 18 plus 2 more is 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. Regroup that. That's 7, 8, 9. So she spent $9.76. You can estimate it. I have 3, 4, 5, and then 5 is plus 4 is 9. So she spent about $10. So it's about $9 and some change, right? So she spent about $9. She only had $20. So how much change does she get left? So now you're going to subtract that out. I am not one to do zeros. That just drives me crazy because that's too many. And I have that fear of making a mistake. So I'm going to take a penny away. And now it becomes $19.99 minus $9.76. Now, looking over here at my choices, which ones can I get rid of that I know is impossible? Very good, $28.77, because she only has $20 in her pocket. Change, she can't go over how much she has. All right, so I know that's not going to be possible. If it came out with around $9, there's no way she can get $12 back, because that would already make it 21. So that doesn't make any sense. So now I'm going to start. It's either the 11 or the 10. So 9 minus 6 equals 3. Well, I see that 3 there, but remember I minused out a penny and I got to put the penny back. 9 minus 7, that's 2. Well, I see the 23, but remember I had the penny I took out. 9 minus 9 is 0. Aha, there's my 0. And 1 minus 0 is 10. So I have the $10.24. I'm putting in the penny, makes it $10.24. So do you see how I used my answer choices to work with me as I was doing the problem? And that's what I want you to keep getting in that habit of doing. Let's go to the next one. David bought 4 pounds of chicken salad at the deli to make sandwiches for a party. Now so he's got 4 pounds of chicken salad. Yum, yum. He uses 1/3 pound for each sandwich he makes at his sandwich shop. How many sandwiches can David make? All right. So my author's purpose, I'm right here, to find how many sandwiches can he make? All right, my facts that I know. He has 4 pounds. I'm going to put LBS for the abbreviations of chicken salad. I love chicken salad. So he has 4 pounds of chicken salad. And he's going to uses 1/3 pound for each sandwich. Okay. So I'm going to take each of the pounds. If I'm not sure, here's 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and 4 pounds. Do you see what I'm going to be doing now? I'm going to cut those into thirds. How many sandwiches can he make out of that first one? 3 sandwiches. So I'm dividing that. So I'm going to have what's my equation? Very good. 4 divided by 1/3. So I'm going to take the next pound of chicken salad and divide that into it so I can make 3 more sandwiches. The next pound, 3 more sandwiches. And the last pound, 3 more sandwiches. So how many can he make? 3, 6, 9, and 12. So this equals to 12. I start with a whole number, I end in a whole number. I'm going to did my dividend change? The number that I was breaking apart, did that change? No, so the 4 still stays the same. So I have my keep. Change, I need to change my operation because now I have 4 groups, and in each group I made 3, so that's multiply. Because there's 3 now inside from this 1/3, because I got that from my denominator, so it's like 4 times 3 there. There's 3 in there, so there's 4 groups with 3 in each group. 4 times 3 equals 12. There we go. Let's look at the next one. Use this area model to find the product of 3/4 times 24. Okay, so I have to remember what 3/4 means, and it's times 24. Remember we said we had to put that 24 over 1? So I'm going to look at this fraction. I have to look at my denominator. I'm going to have 4 groups in my denominator. Which one do I have? So you can think of this as an array. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, columns are 4. So I'm going to shade in. Let's see if I can find my colored pencil. There we go. This will be good. So the 3/4, it says I'm going to shade in 3 of the 4 columns. So I'm going to shade in this column, the whole column. And I'm going to shade in, because I have a total of 24. 6 times 4 is 24, right? That's what I'm doing. Here's the second column that I'm doing, because it's 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, because my denominator is 4. So I'm shading in the next one. So now, how many of these did I shade in? So I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this is equal to 18. And the reason I know that is 3 times 24 is equal to 3 times 4 is 12. Regroup. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Guys, you pause it. You figure it out so that you can have that. 4 times 1 is 4. So now I have an improper fraction, right? So now I'm going to divide that. So I can do it like this. 4 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 4 equals 4. Subtract that out, makes it 3. Bring down my 2 and start all over. 4 goes into 32 8 times. 8 times 4 equals 32. Subtract that out and it's 0. So I had my 18 there, and I also counted 18 out of the full 24 that I had. So 3/4 of the 24 is 18 pieces. Let's look at the next one. Selena said that she had her 48 stickers. Now, it's not 38, but it's 3/8 of them have pictures of flowers. So how many of Selena's stickers have flowers on them? Okay, so here the author's purpose is to find how many stickers have flowers. Okay, so I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 by 8. I'm going to have 48 times 3/8. So I'm going to put this over 1. So I'm looking at my fraction here. I need to find the one with the 8. So I'm looking at my 8 rows. Out of the 8 rows, how many are going to be shaded? 3 of those rows. So I'm just going to shade across like this so that I know I'm looking at the rows. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Now, because this is a total of 48, how many of those are shaded in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 of them are shaded. Now to check my work, it's going to be 48 times 3. Well, 3 times 8 equals 24. Regroup my 2. 3 times 4 is 12. 13, 14. So I have 144 over 8. So I'm going to divide that. 8 goes into 144. 8 can't go into 1, but it can go into 14 one time. 1 times 8 equals 8. I'm subtracting that out. That is 6. Bring down my 4. 8 goes into 64. 8 times, because 8 times 8 equals 64. Did I still get 18? Yes, I did. So I proved it mathematically, and I proved it with my picture. So 18 of the 48 stickers have flowers on them. Okay, so these are the different strategies that you can use. Make sure that you pause it, go back if you need to check it again. All right, we're almost done here. Number 8, this is that one that I wanted you to pay close attention to from that previous problem, because sometimes you're going to run into that, right? I had the 12 and then looking at my 3 groups. So I have 12 yards of fabric to make curtains. She used 1/3 of the fabric for the curtains of her bedroom. So how many yards of fabric does she have left? All right, so my author's purpose is going to be to find out how much curtain she has left, how many yards. So it's to find how many yards are left. Okay. All right. So I have this 1/3 of. So this is going to be, she used 1/3 of 12. So 1/3 times 12 over 1 equals 1 times, and remember that when you're multiplying it goes straight across. 1 times 12 over 3 times 1. That becomes 12/3. 3 goes into 12 4 times. Okay, so I'm going to shade this part in because she used 4 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so this was used, and I'm going to write used. This is the 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are the 12 yards. How much is left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she has 8 yards left. So the answer is 8 yards. I have no idea why I put don't just. That was last night. I have no idea. Maybe is don't just guess. Think it through. And always have your author's purpose. Number 9, Dorinda worked 3 weeks. The shaded part of the model represents the fraction each week she worked on her home office. Looking at this key, that's really important. I know that it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks to make 1 week. So here, these are the weeks. Week 1, she worked 1, 2, 3 out of 7. So it's 3/7 here. And then she has 1, 2, 3 weeks. So I created that little array. So what would be my problem? Is it 3 divided by 3/4? Nope. Trying to see because it looks like a plus and a division. So that's not right. So this is divide. And that's not right because we're multiplying. 3 plus 3/7? No, because we have 1, 2, 3 groups of 3/7. So this is add. No, because you have 3 groups of 3/7. 3 times 3/4? No, because we have 7 blocks, not 4 blocks. Otherwise, it would have just been right here. So nope, that's not right. The fraction's wrong. So the correct answer is this one. I have 3 groups of each week was 3/7. So do you see how you're using your picture to apply with what you know? All right, let's move on to this next one really quickly. Samuel had a football party. So I'm thinking Super Bowl, right? At the end of the party, there was 1/2 of the pepperoni pizza left. And he split the half pizza equally among 3 friends. Okay, so this is what's left. This is what was eaten, and this is what's left. So he gave one part to one friend and the other part to the other. Remember, we're looking at that whole. So if I did it on one side, I'm doing it to the others. So how much of the whole pizza did each friend get? Well, if I have only 1/2, my author's purpose is to find how much of the whole pizza did each friend get. And remember, half of it's eaten. So we're only looking at this. We are looking at this whole picture though. So it's 1/2 is what's remaining, and we want to divide that by 3 friends. So each friend is going to receive 1/6 of it. Start with a fraction, I end with a fraction. So I had a fraction already, because remember, food leftovers are fractions. So I took half of it and I broke it into 3 smaller pieces. And so that smaller piece is going to be 1/6. Can't be 3/2 because that makes it into a mixed number. And we don't have a whole pizza left. It's not 1/2 because he shared with 3 friends. And it's not 1/3. Out of 1/3? No, that's not right, because he had a half. No, he started off with a half of a pizza, and with 3 friends, I have to look at that whole. It's not just this one part that we're looking at, because that's only half of it. I got to look on the other half, because it said out of the whole pizza, how much did each friend get? All right. So the shaded part of this model here for the last question represents a fraction, and another fraction was subtracted from the first fraction. So what expression does this model represent? So we practiced on one in class today, and on this one, let's take a look. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I decided to count them all and not skip count, just in case you're still getting it. I'm looking over here and I see 15. That's 12. Nope. 15 and 15. All right. Out of the 15, how many are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So far, I have an 11/15. We said this doesn't work, and I have 11/15. Okay. So now I have this that's crossed out and this that's crossed out. So I've got to look at it this way. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So, oops, this is the only one with 5. So I crossed out 1 column, 2 columns, which would make it 2/5. So the answer is J. There we go. And that was it for tonight. Please make sure that you go back on your work, check everything, and be ready for your unit test tomorrow. There's only 10 questions, so it won't take you long. Please make sure that you look at your notes. All right, take care. Bye.